a shot, they took away guns, nothing to eat, we can't go to sleep, we're stuck in our homes, they're flooding the streets, everyone's watching and glued to their screens, misinformation like every week, apocalypse!
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome. Hopefully everybody made it over. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to say hello to everybody once again. Like, this is a brand new stream just because it's a force of habit, and I apologize. I know nobody here watches on Twitch, but apparently Twitch is down this evening. So, if you're a Twitch viewer, let me tell you a secret about Twitch. I made a Twitch. Twitch is pretty strict, and I didn't think I'd last very long over there. So I don't even know what my login information is, and have not logged into Twitch in more than 6 months. So it happens. Not that I don't love my Twitch people. I have a couple, I know, because it comes up in StreamYard, and I always try and shout them out and say hello and, let them know that I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't do Twitch very much. So all right. So we got some interesting things. Oh, say hello. See, Ghostry, what's up? Jason J, Digger420, what's going on? Dog Mama, Neo, hello. We're here. Never mind. I won't say it. Hayden said it enough for me earlier. Josh Chandler, what's up, buddy? Hello. Linda, hello. Oh, hello. Shanny. I have no idea what the hell it is. I have no idea. Oh, it didn't work for you? I'm sorry. It worked for everybody else. Are you sure it's not? Are you sure it wasn't intentional, buddy? Hey, kitty. Meeting migrants here. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be about 3.5 million of those. So, apparently. So this is the top news that we're going to get into. There's a couple different views and a couple different images, I guess, of this specific event. Apparently, the world is in outrage because Palestinian rocket slammed into a hospital and killed and injured a ton of people. I haven't seen a good enough number to report yet, but it apparently was a lot. So it was a Palestinian rocket that went off course and slammed into a hospital. I'll get the name of it in just a moment here. Obviously, I don't think that it was done intentional. Nobody said it's been done intentional. It just seemed like an accident. That's kind of what happens in war. Shit gets blown up. People die. That's probably why you should stop the war and just figure it out. But I don't know. Who am I? Well, what that tells us is Deez is not subscribed because you don't get redirected unless you're subscribed. So you just called yourself out, Deez. You see, Hayden didn't come over either. Just saying. No, I think it was legitimately an accident. It did not appear that was their target. There wasn't any targeting information on it. And there are much more appropriate targets that they could hit if they wanted to incur maximum damage. So, expert analysis who bombed. So, this is just someone else's opinion. I cannot independently verify it. It is not my opinion. I just found it interesting. Um, so, here's a quote unquote expert giving his opinion on the Ali Baptist Church or Baptist Hospital in Gaza. Uh, so, Marine Corps veteran expert analysis of the recent bombing incident at the hospital reveals critical findings. Uh, Fuel explosion duration. The initial explosion lasted 0.5 to 0.75 seconds, emitting light for a brief period. This suggests it's not an incendiary device. Okay. Parking lot damage. The damage in the parking lot is attributed to the overpressure or a fuel explosion. There's minimal debris near the cars. Shielding effect. A surrounding building shielded one side of the parking lot, preventing diesel gas fires from reaching the vehicles. All windows in the nearby buildings shattered due to the primary fuel and explosion. Yeah, probably. Yes. Uh, Last video variation. The final video displays a smaller fuel explosion, and the sub-munition release is less clear. So again, that's the information that he gathered from this specific incident. This is his conclusion. Again, not my conclusion. Yeah, you'd think at this stage that they would have some kind of response on the ground. Like they wouldn't even be able to make it there yet. They could take him down, or bomb the specific area. Exactly. I'm just some asshole on the internet. I have no idea what's going on in Israel. Uh, Conclusion: this explosive device likely ranged from 3 to 600 pounds. Larger bombs would have scattered more debris in the parking lot than on the buildings. A 700-plus pound bomb would have caused more damage to the building tops due to shock waves. Most visible damage is attributed to the fuel explosion. The primary explosion likely caused structural damage. Possible munitions and their possessors. Mark 8283 general purpose bombs possessed by multiple countries, including the United States, NATO, versatile unguided bombs. GBU 39 small diameter bombs possessed by the United States and allies, known for precision strikes. It doesn't appear that would be my first choice or this next one. So the GBU paved way to laser guided bomb possessed by the United States and the allies converts unguided bombs into precise munitions. Well, it obviously. So it could have not been something that was a targeting error. It could have been damage to the nozzle or the throat or some kind of fuel error that would have caused it to not reach its intended destination. So I guess it could theoretically be any of these. With all the talk about the allowing the original, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I think it's kind of odd that despite most of the countries in the world saying it was going to happen, Israel says, "Huh, we had no idea." So, AGM-65 Maverick, possessed by the United States and allies, air-to-surface missile for precision strikes. It did not appear to be an air-to-surface. It appeared to be surface-to-surface. So, shot from the surface, hit a target on the surface. Andy No reposted a breakdown of geolocation data that purports to show the failed Hamas rocket. Okay, I'll look it up. Thanks, buddy. Because, like I said, this is kind of the top story, and of course, we never want to see innocent civilians and women and children injured in something that's incredibly senseless. Like, But maybe that's why we just need to stop fighting this altogether and just, you know, figure it out. I mean, I don't know. It seems to be something that we could probably do without, if you ask me. Nobody wins in a war like this. So but anyways, audio analysis based on the video, we can hear what Hamas missiles and JDAM sound like. Then we have the audio of the attack on the hospital, and it sounds very similar to a JDAM. Hamas does not have the infrastructure or capabilities to fire a JDAM. So he's essentially saying that it's the United States or its allies that could potentially be responsible for this. I haven't heard that slant on it. I really haven't. So if it was Hamas, it might have been on purpose to gain sympathy. Could have been. We're gonna get to that. Damn it. Hang on, I got it for you. Shit, where did it go? I gotta clean out my back end.
They came all over the place.
There we go. So anyways, final conclusion based on evidence, this could have been an Islamic Jihad as claimed by the Israeli Defense Force based on our analysis of the information we've gotten so far. They do not possess the capability for such advanced weaponry. But they did send thousands of rockets into the area. So who knows where they got them from. They allegedly, let's use the word allegedly here in the correct context. They allegedly got a bunch of weaponry that was left in Afghanistan. I think that's good, right? Did they blame it on? No, but that's usually a good way to make it happen. This is analysis. Oh, blah, blah, blah. As I said before, we cannot come to final conclusions just yet. No conclusions here. The IDF has denied the above claims and has just stated it's sharing evidence with U.S. intelligence, including footage and intercepted conversations that would prove Islamic Jihad was behind the bombing of the Ali Baptist Hospital. The footage and conversations will also be made public, according to Reuters. These videos are compiled from various sources and do not represent our opinion in any way. It also doesn't represent my opinion at all. At all. What's up, Spicy Beach? Oh, I didn't see that. Huh. See, there's a lot of back and forth. So, but here's his compilation of different. I think he's focusing more on the impact types and the sounds in this video, so we'll watch it.
Bombs out.
Bombs away.
I don't know if I buy that. The first one, because I'm looking at something else. I'm like, damn, that was a JDAM. The second one, I don't know if it was. I don't know if I buy that.
Ya Allah! Ya Allah! Ya Allah! يا رب
So they're saying it's again, it's targeted, but I think they're taking. I think there's too much reliance on the fact that every missile or every rocket is perfect, and this isn't SpaceX. This isn't SpaceX. These aren't going to be perfect. So, I think that there's probably a good chance that there could have been some kind of a mechanical failure. I know it's not the same process, but it's the same. I mean, it's rocket science. That's why they call it rocket science. So they kept saying this was like 911. Yeah, well, they were comparing it to that. They've been comparing that to the whole thing the whole time, but I want to listen to the JDAM one more time because the JDAM has a very specific signature. You'll hear almost that whoosh. So
Bombs out.
Bombs away. I'm gonna get my arm blown off.
it almost sounds like a laser, and then it just sounds like it sucks the air out. So that second one just doesn't have the impact to me. Well, where do you think they're building all these rockets? So that's my opinion on it. I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. So here's geo confirmed. A missile launched by a Palestinian group exploded midair, reason unknown, and one piece fell onto the hospital, causing an explosion. See, I don't agree with that even remotely, because that's not what it appeared to be. Geolocation and timing of the footage is conclusive. More information to be added to the thread. So I don't know about that one. I didn't see a breakup, but I mean, hell, we can watch. Doesn't hurt to look, right? Am I right, Dad? So this is obviously the battery where they're coming from. Where's the rest of the volley land? It doesn't show. So obviously we're seeing the missiles, and at apex they'll come into a coast stage based on our targeting. I didn't see one come in. I want to look. I know we're just watching the same clip over and over, but I want to watch one more thing now that I'm thinking about it. I want to see if anyone comes in very flat or flames out pretty early. See this one, well, there was one that came in at this kind of angle and it looked kind of flat. Let's see if we can see it. See that one right there? See how that one's not in the rest of the... So you have a pretty consistent line. There's that guy right there. And if we're looking at trajectory, that's about the trajectory, just based on just simple visuals that would likely get. So, especially if the propulsion was lost right about there, your fall would be somewhere in this general area. Which doesn't mean it wasn't intentional, because it certainly could have been intentional. So, okay. I don't know what that does for us. I don't want to play that yet. I was going to get to that next. 222. Facts and reason. Yeah, so I don't think it's a JDAM based on those sounds. I also am not convinced that this wasn't... I'm not convinced that it broke apart, because you can see definitely a single outlier. If we just take simple thought of one string and we have one simple outlier. So, slow the speed down, Dazer said. We can watch it slower. Well, let's watch it really slow. It's basically missiles shooting at missiles to stop missiles. The bombs bursting in air. It does. It does. I'm just basing it off from pure. You can see the difference in trajectory, though, between that one right there, that guy right there. You can see it almost from the beginning. So it's right there. Do you see it? Or is it this next one? Maybe I went back too far. Yeah, it's this next one. Sorry. There's the difference. There's your line of trajectory. There's the difference with that specific one. And it looks like we're reaching apogee right in this vicinity with the flat. I don't know. But it almost looks like there's two of them when I'm watching it slower. So I don't know. The simple answer is I was not there. You're welcome to call bullshit on my theory. I didn't really give a theory, but you're welcome to call bullshit. What happened was an Israeli pilot thought he was going to take out rockets and dropped his bomb too soon. I doubt that, just because you had an active barrage at about the same time. So I can't be sure that if it was a convenient failure or if it was something that was intentional. But I would look heavily into the rocket theory, just based on proximity and location. So, but moving on, everybody's welcome to their own opinions. Just telling you what I think. So this is the Israeli Defense Force. This is the response to it, Mr. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari. So, and you can often tell a little bit by people talking. Maybe he's being deceptive. I have not watched this. I also don't believe it was a JDAM. I especially don't believe it was a JDAM. Where's DZ? Did you think that second one was a JDAM? I'm curious to know your opinion. Well, we're moving past it after this one, so. Now, of course, Deez isn't paying attention, so I'm going to have to jump in Discord. Deez isn't in Discord. Well, fuck you, Deez. We'll see what he says. We'll listen to the IDF gentleman. And
I want to give you an announcement of the event that occurred in the hospital in Gaza. I can confirm that an analysis of the IDF operational systems indicates that a barrage of rockets was fired by terrorists in Gaza, passing in close proximity to the El Hali Al Maadi hospital in Gaza at the time it was hit. Intelligence from few sources that we have in our hands indicates that the Islamic Jihad is responsible for the failed rocket launch which hit the hospital in Gaza. I repeat, this is the responsibility of Islamic Jihad that killed innocents in the hospital in Gaza. I want to give you an announcement.
Okay, so Deez, the question was, anyways, the question was, did that second one, the hospital impact, sound like a JDAM? Now, again, it's not going to sound like a JDAM if what some people were saying is accurate and it broke up, because you're not going to have the same impactor, so it's not going to sound like a JDAM. But to me, the JDAM has such a unique signature such a unique signature. So, executing journalists for months with a sniper just to admit months later. Yeah, I think they're both terrible. Again, well, I think we find, and again, I think we find ourselves in an interesting spot on all sides of the political spectrum because we all seem to. Let me rephrase that. Some of us seem to have a side, and both sides don't give a shit about any of us here, and that's the truth. That's 100% the truth. Not a single person, not a single group gives a flying fuck about a single one of us. So, it's two different sounds. One for sure is a lower altitude than the other one. So, yeah, I don't think the second one was exactly. And I mean that's what you did. So, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I thought that was interesting because I also did not. I was also convinced that wasn't a JDAM. So, well, that would lend credibility to my theory, or lend credibility to my theory that neither side gives a shit about anybody here. So, I don't support either side. I support the war being over as quickly as possible, and that we need to not get drug into this bullshit. That's what I think. So, but that's just me. Killing their own people, and they both will. They'll both take the opportunity to kill their own people. They don't care about their own people. They don't care about us, but they also don't care about their own people. So that should be an indication. But I'm trying to find something not this. Oh, thanks, buddy. Fiery Red has gifted 1 money membership. Jesus Christ, that's. And I talked about that earlier. The longer we go without a speaker, the better off I think we are, because then we don't have to spend more money on wars that don't concern us. Oh, thanks, Comer. Comer gifted a Mighty Meat membership. Thank you, sir. Captures the moment. Sorry, I'm just watching this one to see if there's anything different. There. Okay. So this is apparently, and again, I'm just telling you what's out there. You decide. So this is allegedly that same rocket, and you definitely can see a breakup. You certainly can. But then again, that leads to the credibility of my statement that if it was a breakup, then you can't say it was a JDAM by sound because it wouldn't be the same damn thing. So yep. I can't support either side. So I can't support anybody outside in the United States. And you can call that selfish, whatever. We've done it for so long, and we just don't have the means to anymore. We have enough to figure out here. So
عن إصابات في صفوف الإسرائيليين ونحن نشير إلى أن هذه المدينة هي الأكثر تعرضا.
That video is? Okay. So she said that's from 2022. So just take that into consideration.
الصواريخ منذ بداية هذه الحرب. عمدة المدينة كانت تحدث قبل أيام
I don't know. I
أكثر
don't
من
speak
1000
Arabic.
صاروخ طال هذه المدينة، وأكثر من 170 صاروخا سقط بالفعل.
شكرا.
So, oh, damn. Thank you, Shenny, for gifting a Mighty Meat. And thank you, Dog Mama, for gifting a Mighty Meat membership. Make sure that you have your memberships turned on, because then you can receive memberships. 1859. That says 1559. It's not 18. But again, it doesn't change my analysis. That second mission, the mission that they claim hit the hospital was not a JDAM in my opinion. I don't have enough information or knowledge of the situation to know if it was intentional or accidental. I know 300 people were either killed or injured very dangerously, and that's the part that's not okay. So why it happened, how it happened, who did it, really doesn't matter to me. The fact that it happened, that's pretty shitty. So that's my opinion. So anyways, we are going to move on from the rocket completely. Embassy for the Iranian Republic in Syria. Time is up. Again, I'm just going off of what they say. I do not speak whatever language that is. I don't know if that's I don't even know where to start. Oh, translate post. There we go. Time is up. There you go. Translated from Hebrew. Well, okay. So I'll address this and then I'm getting off of it for real. They could have made that explosion if they were doing it to themselves. They could have set up something on the ground, munition on the ground, and hit it with who the hell knows what. So they could have made the explosion. But anyways, time is up. There's no context to this. It was just a random tweet that went out at 8:42 p.m. today. So about 40 minutes ago. No idea what the hell it means, but it is the Iranian embassy Twitter. My biggest fear in this whole thing is starting to come true, and we're starting to see it. So Lebanese army security forces are still attempting to clear out rioters and protesters who are trying to enter the U.S. embassy compound in Beirut. So it's starting to spill over. We'll see a couple of different places where this is happening, but so we're starting to spill over into regional powers, and that's never a good thing. It is never a good thing for it to continue on. Here we see in Turkey, Istanbul, protests in support of Gaza. We're starting to see divides and protests and violence all across the world that doesn't need to be there in my opinion. So, some more violence, some more, some more issues going on. So that's it's never a good thing to see it, and that's kind of gonna be that's kind of be the theme of tonight's update with everything. So we have a couple more things. Shit, where did I put it? Venezuela to give 30 tons of humanitarian aid to Palestine. So we have other countries and other parts of the world getting involved with it. And again, in my opinion, shouldn't. We have things such as this. Israel's actions went beyond self-defense. Israel's reaction went beyond self-defense, and the collective punishment of the residents of Gaza Strip should stop, said Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. China believes that this is a historic injustice against the Palestinians, which has lasted for more than a half century, can no longer continue, Yi said. So China's taken a side. So this is what I was from the first stream. This was my fear. This was my concern, is that we were just going to get out of hand, and everybody was going to want to get their dick in there somewhere. So expecting Lebanese Hezbollah and all Iranian proxies in Syria, Iraq to enter a full-scale war once Israel sends the army into the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, the U.S. Navy Strike Group is in the East Mediterranean, and CENTCOM is currently identifying critical targets in Lebanon, Iraq, and Syria. So going back to the Middle East, yay! I mean, I don't know why. That's the most frustrating thing. Truly, is the most frustrating thing is that this is completely unnecessary. Let me get to the next one here. We did Istanbul. So here's Baghdad. So we're starting to see more and more tensions there. So we thousands of people are so again it's affecting all of our countries, and it's starting to get out of hand. I've showed you here in Michigan. Here's one from Lebanon's on fire tonight. Protesters had gathered outside the American embassy to raise Palestinian and Hamas flags. Well, yes, they actually would. China would, well, not Uyghurs and not in their own country. But yeah, if China can take a shot at the United States, obviously the U.S. is going to be backing Israel, and has already made that shit. I forgot my train of thought. But yeah, they'll probably come down on that side. Damn. What you're saying is you're going to send me lunch? And that's probably the most likely thing. The world is in a recession right now. The only way to get rid of the tension is if you start a war. It's the old playbook. It's the only thing that they can think of, because why the hell would they try and do something that would make sense? I mean, why would they try and figure something out? Nope, just let's kill a bunch of each other and see what the hell happens. So they should be protesting Egypt to give the Palestinians left that Israel return in peace that was taken in return. Since it simply no one cares about the hate all around. Yeah. Well, I think we should let them fight it out if they want it, if that's their choice. But we shouldn't have any intervention whatsoever. It's not our deal. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to send American men and women to die over there. I don't want to send my money over there. Like, I don't want to second Ukraine. I don't want this shit. And I don't think anybody should. It's not our, yeah, I agree with Putin's statement. Let them fight it out, but leave women and children out of it. Yeah. Ukraine is a bust, so neocons go to Iran. Yeah, absolutely. Ukraine was failing. And they need a new proxy. And they've been doing this against, different countries for God knows how long. So, what's up, Tits? I didn't see Tits, but there he is. What's up, buddy? Hang on, I got a soundbite for this one. This is what I got for your Hail Trudeau.
9999.
Not our flag, not our war. Yep. Well, you would never know because there were so many mean tweets that you just couldn't even tell. Yeah, for 3 days. Shit. It's about all it's going to be. Well, I'm sure. I mean, information's going to come out, but we already went past that. Nuclear weapons capable of USB-52 bomber lands at South Korean airbase. First time, apparently. Doesn't surprise me one bit. I said about a month ago he was going to be eliminated. I mean, eliminated from his office. Not. I would never wish harm on anybody, even the little snob that took all our fucking money. Never. I just wouldn't do that. That's not the way I do things. So there's a couple more things that I wanted to get to. I think if I didn't fuck it up, I think there's a okay. So there's that thread was very good for several different videos. So we'll go back to that. So there are crowds burning fires and chanting outside U.S. embassies in Lebanon, Jordan, Iraq, Yemen, Turkey, and across the Middle East. World leaders are canceling meetings on Joe Biden as he's taking off to make the trip. They sense weakness. Yeah, Joe, America is back all right. And I agree with that. I think this, fuck it, we're there already. I think if nobody's heard, Joseph Robinette Biden, the former Vice President of the United States, is on his way currently. Air Force One took off from Joint Base Andrews about 2 hours ago. Probably closer to 3 now. It was 2 hours when I was looking it up. And he is on his way to Israel. So, there's a ton there. I can't talk about it here. That would totally fuck me. I'm already on their short list. That's interesting. Remember how I always tell you guys to look out for the predictive programming? I'm just going to play this from USA Today. You tell me what you think. Viewer discretion, because there's not a ton of gore, but it is obviously a dangerous situation. So, no one knew they're supposed to be there. No, Iran next door. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Let's see if you let's see if you guys notice what I'm.
Israel is continuing this morning to pound the
What's
Gaza
up,
Strip
Ben?
on its mission
How's it
to
going, buddy?
destroy Hamas, as hundreds of thousands of Israeli troops ring the area, ready for a ground invasion after Hamas killed 1,400 Israelis and took hostages, including women, the disabled, and children. Hamas continues to fire rockets deep into Israel, and in the north, from Lebanon, the powerful Hezbollah militia is firing on Israeli troops and positions along the border, threatening to open a second front. Hezbollah could even send its fighters across the border into Israel. And Iran this morning is making new threats of unspecified preemptive strikes if Israel continues its attacks into Gaza. Secretary Blinken said President Biden will soon arrive on arguably the most difficult and physically dangerous trip of his presidency.
The United States and Israel have agreed to develop a plan that will enable humanitarian aid from donor nations and multilateral organizations to reach civilians in Gaza.
The U.S. has deployed 2 aircraft carrier strike groups to the eastern Mediterranean, and 2,000 American troops are on standby. A clear message: the United States is ready to back Israel in a wider war. But there are signs of hope that diplomacy and deterrence may be working. Overnight, Hamas released a video of a hostage held in Gaza.
and I don't want to go into this one because it's not graphic or anything, but this is the kind of video that's going to get me fucked up. And we know this. I just want you to understand that they put Biden visiting with Iranian tension and the first hostage video released. And it really made sure to point out how dangerous it was for the former vice president to go to the region. I think there's a nefarious purpose for him going to the region. I truly do. I can't explain it here. I guess if I don't get it on video, it doesn't count, right? Because then I'm just making it up as I go along. Maybe I'll do if I can ever figure out locals, maybe I'll do a quick local stream. Much like Twitch, I have a locals. I've not been on it in a very long time. So, but yeah, maybe I'll try and do that. China doesn't want to destroy us without the U.S. economy buying their cheap-made crap. Doesn't exist. It means nothing more than we need each other. Excuse me. Yes, they are. So China is. I think you're 100% correct. China needs us to survive. They want to be in control, and they want us to. They want to. Sorry, I just saw an updated post, and I wanted to. So, I don't think China wants to attack us, but Iran definitely wants to do us harm. So, he has no idea. Oh, that's what I wanted to. I want a dirt bike. I hope so. I hope it doesn't happen at all, because that might just be what they need to do some dragon. Driggity dragon. How can I say this without saying this? If you're playing chess, I think this is how I put it earlier. If you happen to be playing chess and you have a chance to make a much more damaging move that can potentially win you the game that you're looking at, you might sacrifice a high value piece for that move. Like, it might be worth it, if you get what I'm saying. So, maybe. Not a single person has ever said diplomacy's working. Well, so there's a meme going around, and I couldn't find it right offhand because and there's another one that I found that I wanted to play. But there's a meme going around that he's actually legitimately going to go to Palestine, the country, before he goes to East Palestine, Ohio, after the rail disaster. So, funny. We're going to get to that. There was a funny video from Trump. Might be a good breakup to. I had it up, but I don't. Joe Biden's also joining Truth Social, everybody. So if you want to go over to Truth Social, I'm also on Truth Social, but don't pay attention to it. Because that's just, there's so many damn platforms. Yep. You understood what I was talking about. I'm done with the missile thing, cheese. That's true. That's true. They would intentionally throw themselves in it just to shit. I brought that up so that would go off the screen so I didn't get struck for it, but they do. and they own a lot of the United States. So exactly. Oh, that was awesome when he got the shoes thrown at him. It does. Black flag has risen over the Imam Reza shrine in Iran. I have no idea what that means. I will be absolutely honest. I have no idea, but I'll look something up, or you can send it to me. If you'd like, sir. That was funny. I covered that in one of them. See, I admittedly have no idea what the flag situation in Iran, but shit, I wish I was still on MySpace. So that, anyways, we'll break it up for 5 seconds. This was posted by from former President Donald John Trump on his Truth Social account. So,
good morning, and thank you for joining us for day one of the Presidential Olympics. And it's a lovely day here in Delaware. And the day one event, as always, is the Air Force One Stairway event. Straightforward, but has seen its share of adventures over the years. And we're just in time to catch the first attempt of Donald J. Trump representing the United States of America. And I'm told he's been taking this event very seriously. He's had a Stairmaster installed at Mar-a-Lago, and he's been on that several hours a day, just perfecting his technique. Just going over some last-minute pointers here with his personal trainer and coach. And it's a confident salute and steady approach. Just using the standard grip and pull technique that was popularized by Woodrow Wilson in the early 1700s. And will he attempt the turn and wave? He does. He doesn't disappoint, and it's a smooth delivery. And next up, Joseph Robinette Biden, of course, representing the United States of Ukraine. Also receiving some last-minute pointers from his coach. And it's a confident salute with a light jog attempt, still with a grip and pull, but it seems to be doing the trick. Oh, and I was about to say he seems to be doing the trick. It's gone. He's gone twice, and he's gone a third time. That we've never seen that before. Just reaching out to the other handrail and realizing his arms aren't long enough. Doing a little jog move at the end there. Will he go for the turn and wave? No, he's saluting. That's a solid salute to finish. I'm losing his balance there a little bit, just as he disappears into the plane. We're going to take a look at that from another angle. I've just been told apparently the contestants were warned by the Olympic Commission that attempting such a strenuous activity wearing masks might result in some lightheadedness. Maybe that's what happened here. Did he trip? We're not sure. He went 3 times. It's just embarrassing. It's so much work. I feel so sorry for Joe. He put so much effort into this. He's been carrying a retractable staircase with him everywhere he goes and doing a lot of practice. And it just didn't come together for him on the day. Really sad. And Donald Trump's second attempt. People are saying it's already over. Trump just needs to have a solid ascent. And it's probably beyond Biden's reach. And Trump just going for the left-handed ascent there, showing off he's ambidextrous. First attempt, of course, was a right-handed ascent, going for the left-handed. Same grip and pull technique and a steady pace. Not even bothering to turn and wave. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to risk it. Doesn't need the points. And I think he knows it's already in the bag. And we're back for Joe Biden's second attempt. Some people saying he'd need to do a full sprint with somersault to get the points back. I think he knows it's beyond him now. He's taking it very steadily. He was grip and pulling, but he's just let go of the handrail. Is he trying to claw some? No, he's gone again. And this
goes on for quite a while, but it's funny. But we'll cut it off there because, as you know, I like to try and keep it at just about an hour. And there's a couple things that I certainly want to cover before. Cheese was 100% accurate, so. So it's a day of jihad, war, or vengeance is the reason for the raising of the black flag. And it has been raised in Iran. I don't know the historic significance of it. But it's up, and there seems to be a great deal of concern with it. So I appreciate you, Cheesy. So that's going on. Also, I wanted to just illustrate what is going on around the world. Oh shit! I wanted to throw this in too, just for shits and giggles, since we're far enough in where they probably won't look. Breaking election expert Charles Chinetti analyzed absentee ballots in Detroit, Michigan in the 2020 election and found that 174,384 out of 566,694 did not have registration numbers, so were not ballots and shouldn't have been counted. So even the 111% shouldn't have been counted. Weird. So I wanted to take you through this this trip here on our favorite rocket ship. This is shit. I didn't look. Istanbul, Turkey. So it seems to be kind of a celebration of sorts there. So here's Beirut, Lebanon. So it seems like so here's Amman, Jordan. And these are all allegedly very, very recent videos. I do not have authenticity on that. I do not know. That is beyond my capabilities as some asshole on the internet. But this thread was put together a couple hours ago. So. Tehran, Iran. %. So here's Barcelona, Spain.
Oh my God, the police are getting out, the police are going to start shooting us.
So here's the reinforcements. And again, I don't want to watch too many of them, but Cairo, Egypt. Very likely. This is a long video, but so that's in Egypt. Here's Yemen. Berlin.
الآن مظاهرات تجوب شوارع برلين ترديدا بقصف نصف المعمداني شباب ضابطوا الشعب نص العصر.
All right, and Greece. Montreal, Canada. We didn't leave the Canucks out of it.
We will never let you die.
I agree on the chants thing, though. Can we make it national policy that we eliminate anybody who does chants? I mean, from getting a paycheck. A lot of fucking people in Montreal. And then so that is essentially all around the world. Legitimately, there were several other threads with the UK, various places in the United States. It's happening everywhere. There happens to be a significant movement of Palestinian people, right or wrong. I'm not going to comment on whether I support or denounce it. As a personal opinion, I denounce all of it. I think all of it's bullshit. I can confirm there's about 70 people outside the U.S. Embassy here. They were told to go behind police barriers, which they did, just an FYI. Well, there's a lot of tension. Did they have one in France? Yes, sir, they did. I think we showed the France one. Showed the Germany, Greece. Here, let me. I had it, but there were so many of them, I wasn't going to go through a hell of a lot of them. Well, that's French Embassy. Holy shit. There's so many of them, and then a lot of them have other footage inside of it, so I'm trying to be very careful with it. I'll show you some stuff after, Daz. So, just to be sure. So, but I don't want to chance anything else because I went through those ones prior. So, only at, where was it, Harvard? Maybe. We no advice whatsoever on anything. But if I were gonna provide some advice, if you got a couple extra dollars, defense contractors look real nice right now. You might already missed that boat, but it seems like there's a hell of a lot of Palestinian flags. So if you are into if you're able to manufacture Palestinian flags, might be a good money making opportunity. I'm just saying. Cool, I appreciate it. I'll throw it in the next update. But as I try to do with this, just keep us all sane and keep everyone reasonable and not as tense. Please stay safe. It seems like this is gonna get out of hand. Seems like this is gonna get messy. Seems like we're gonna have some stuff to deal with across the entire world. Right or wrong, they seem pretty pissed off, and we know that culture is extremely retaliatory and really likes to put their mark on things. So, yeah, put it next to your Ukrainian flag. That's a great idea. That'd be fantastic. And then the next one, you'll have to get the next one. So, we'll see what that ends up being. But anyways, just keep your head on the swivel. If anything really crazy happens, I'll let you know as soon as I can. It's not looking good. And when you have that many people pissed off and that volatile of a situation, and nobody seems to be taking a step back and saying, we should just probably slow down a little bit. We seem to be all running towards the end as fast as possible, and when there's nobody with a clear head that's saying, you know what, maybe we should just hold up and figure out what the hell's going on here, and try and do something that doesn't result in a massive nuclear war would be awesome. But it doesn't seem like anybody wants to do that. So, that's going to be it for me tonight. I will do another update at some point, probably sooner rather than later, if things really starting to get more and more. Oh, this isn't Palestine protesting, but I did want to bring this up. Before I left, so we'll leave with another laugh. Columbus, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, the Fed boys are back at it. That one's wearing a fucking FBI crossing jacket. What the hell? So your MAGA terrorist Patriot Front group is apparently walking down the street in Columbus today. So cute, always cute. But all right, so yeah, with a cadence and a march and all brand new flags, masks, clothing, all khaki pants. Yeah, I mean that happens to every protest I've ever been to. They issue you an outfit with the uniform, and you practice a cadence. Even ones you just show up to randomly. It's fascinating if you've never done it before. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. I'm trying. So, but yeah. So that's gonna be it for me this evening. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will catch you guys again soon. Stay safe and keep your head up.